Work, nail salon, barbershops, and yoga studios closed? Are you going crazy being cooped up in your house all day? That, friends, is called cabin fever. And here at Ride Bikes Radio, we're here to help. There's a little known thing that you can do. It's free, it's open, and it requires nothing more than leaving your house. And it's called outside. Oh,
Outside, you say?
Outside is glorious. There's fresh air, there's sunshine, and at least in the United States, as long as you aren't being an idiot, you can go out and do almost anything that you want. You really can. Right? Maybe you want to go for a walk around the block. Maybe you want to go ride some bikes, a little jog.
Yes.
Whatever you like, really, you can go outside. Possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here at Ride Bikes Radio, again, we do understand that actually going outside might be a new concept for many of you. That's okay. Like I said, we are here to help. And we are going to help you navigate the outside as best as you can. And we've come up with a few tips that we think will help you out. This is my good friend, Brian Dallas. We're Ride Bikes Radio, ridebikesradio.com, and we are here to help.
Yeah, I got my COVID-19 facial hair going on here, lack of haircut forever ago, like if I,
Right.
There we go.
So, Brian, we're going to go outside. We've never been outside.
outside.
We're not outside people, which is false because we are very much outside.
We're very outside people, yeah.
But we're trying to help the people who aren't outside people. So I made a short list. This number one on my list, as I'm saying, is mind your manners. How do you think you feel about that one? Well,
manners is a big deal that we've been experiencing here in Washington. Just to say this is that the governor put this whole stay-at-home place and all the whole country's basically stay-at-home place, right?
Right.
And then he said, don't overload the 911 operator system with your complaints of people breaking stay-at-home. And so we set up a really cool phone number, but it's only available during the week, and everyone is violating on the weekends. So who do you call to tell on? No one. So in our area specifically, we've been seeing a huge uptake of people coming and violating stay-at-home. So they're not minding their manners, and they're not minding your manners.
Yeah. So first of all, you don't take 100 people to the park. They're not going to let you. First of all, so someone's going to get in there and shut you up. But what I'm thinking more is like if you're walking along and someone says hi to you, or something like that, and they're across the street and they wave back.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're just across the street. You're not going to get their cooties from waving or saying thank you or saying hello back to them.
And we've gone on a couple of walks lately, and we have done just that. And we've run into just a few people, not too many in the areas that we like to walk, but we kind of go out of our ways to make sure that we say hi to people and keep people happy and smiling and
exactly
all that stuff. And when I went on a ride, the last time I went on a ride, I did the same thing. I was saying hi to people I normally wouldn't say hi to, and just trying to make them realize that we're not all toxic. It's
exactly
okay.
It's okay. You can still be nice. You don't have to be a jerk face, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Number two, when you go outside, this is also very important. You have to make sure you mind your surroundings. And when I say mind your surroundings, a lot of people are using the multi-use paths or sidewalks, and you're out there, and then you just stop in the middle of the path.
Yeah.
Which is really the same thing as stopping right in the middle of the road in your car. So what happens is you stop in the middle of the path. I'm coming up on my bicycle, or a jogger's coming up, or somebody else is walking, a family's walking, and you're blocking the entire path. You don't want to do that. You want to keep to the right. Just like you would in your car. You're a little bit slower. You're out riding your bike. Even if you're riding your bike, you're not racing in a freaking tour, right? Keep right. Everybody just needs to make sure you keep right. And if you're going to stop, then stop off the path or the sidewalk. Stop in, where you've got room to gather and reorientate yourself.
I think that's a valid point. And a lot of people, even when we weren't going through all of this crap, was doing that too. They just stop in the middle of the path. Or if you're riding up a path and you've got a bunch of runners or whatnot, and they're all the way across.
Yes.
Many of them are respectful, but sometimes they're not. So
yeah,
just let them know you're there. And,
just let them know.
Yeah.
A little ding ding. Yeah, that's what I always do. We're going to cover that more. Communications on my list too. We're going to cover that more. But just make sure you're aware that you're not. Don't think you're the only one using the sidewalk or the trail or the path this particular day and this particular time.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy and everybody's enjoying the outside. Hopefully, even more so after our little thing. Just pay attention to what's going on, right? If you're going to take company, by all means, take your animals, take your kids, keep them on a short leash, please. keep them on a leash at all. In fact, almost most communities, there's like leash laws, right?
I would say most, yeah.
And I mean, I understand your dog's super sweet, but your dog's like huge and can have a scary bark. And even if it's not on a leash, it's going to scare the crap out of me. So I'd appreciate it if you put on a leash while you're out on the public path. Please.
Yeah, for us that ride, it's definitely a little more of an anxiety moment when you're riding up on somebody and they don't have their dog on a leash and you don't know what that dog's going to do. And
sure, or the runners or the families with the small kids that still might have the fear of dogs with them. Yeah, that kind of stuff, you know.
And that's going to go to our next point once we get to that. But it's about communication. But I've had my share of dogs chase after me, and it's the silent ones that you're worried more about than it is the ones that bark. So leash your dogs and leash your kids.
Leash your kids. Those damn kids. Get your kids on a leash.
Yeah, just keep them close. Keep them in your little bubble, and then you're good.
Yes. Tip number 4: communication. Communication is very key when you're out in public, especially on these paths and sidewalks. Is you want to make sure you know what's going on. So this is the best example, and all of the cyclist people are going to totally feel me on this one, and including Brian, because we talked about this before we recorded. Is if you are out and you're outside and you're on a sidewalk, you're on a path, and you hear somebody from behind say, "On your left." Okay, this is very common. Or if you hear like a dinging of a bell, a little ding ding bell, right? These are very typical communications from cyclists, runners as well. Yeah. When you hear "on your left," that doesn't mean for you to turn around and move left.
No, yeah,
no,
that happens.
That means someone's coming up behind you, and they're going to come on your left side, and you need to make sure you keep right.
Yeah, you almost want to. You don't want to praise them for going left when you say "on your left." Like, okay, if you pass a car on the freeway and this is not a Prius rule on the freeway. We want to make sure that the fast lane is open in case we have to pass, which most of the time we have to pass. But yes, on your left is a very typical note.
Yeah, we bring this one up because it's you guys are laughing. I hope you guys are laughing. But honestly, on your left more often than not means there are two things are going to happen. Person's going to turn and move left and get in the way. Or, and this is my favorite, is they just freak out. Right? All of a sudden it's like, what? And then they kind of do this and what? Yeah. And then I just have to stop and wait for them to calm down and catch their breath before I can move on.
I actually have a little trick that I use occasionally, and I'll snap my brake levers a little bit before I come out, when I'm about 50 meters or so from them.
Yeah.
And so they'll start to hear a noise. Hopefully they're not wearing headphones or earbuds or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that'll kind of make them kind of look around and that they've heard a noise. And then you can say "on your left," and then they kind of move that way. So you kind of, you kind of letting it know.
I coast, same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Coasting is the same way. If you have a nice loud rear wheel like you do. Yes.
Oh yeah. Cause I got all those Dons in there. So I think it's like, so I'll do a little coast action, and that helps as well. But this is the key point here, is that if you hear "on your left" or you hear a loud noise behind you, be mindful of that and realize that someone's coming up behind you. It might be a runner. It might be a cyclist. It could just be somebody who's moving faster than you, a quicker walking pace. Just make sure you're paying attention to that stuff. And, just kind of go, keep to the right.
Yeah, just watch out, because those mall walkers, they can't mall walk in right now because all the malls are closed.
Malls are closed.
So they got to do mall walking somewhere else. So.
Exactly. And those mall walkers can be brutal.
Oh yeah, they're ruthless. They are ruthless.
They really are. Our tip number 5.
Yes.
Hydrate. Now this is going to come as a shock to those of you who are new to the outside. Okay. But when you're outside, your body requires more water. And I get it. You don't like water. I get it. I understand. I really do. But your body needs it. 2 reasons. Outside, you're exercising, you're moving, and you're using water, actually. And then the other thing that really helps use water is that big glowing day ball in the sky. I know you're not really familiar with that either.
I don't even know what that is.
The sun. It's called the sun. I know Brian doesn't get it very often because he lives in Washington State. Here in Arizona, we have plenty of sunshine. But you just want to make sure that you are hydrated. Have a bottle of water right here handy.
Please.
Just carry this with you. It's simple, right? You should have one of these with you all the time anyway.
Us as a nation, we're pretty crappy at drinking water, period, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there's all this run about toilet paper and people getting all this bottled water and all this other stuff. So you know what? Don't just stockpile it. Drink it. For crying out loud. I mean, Jesus.
Don't drink the toilet paper. Drink the water.
Don't drink the toilet paper. Drink the water. Yes.
Right. And make sure you save your toilet paper rolls. You get a nickel back on those in some states.
Oh, really? You heard it here first on Ride Bikes Radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, get one of these. You get these like $10 at Target, right? Or another cool trick is you buy the big bottles at the grocery store, and you just recycle those bottles. You don't put them in the recycle bin. You recycle them locally. You keep them. You give them a hot water rinse. You refill them with cold water. Boom.
So we got one of those big 5-gallon ones. You know,
do you
like
carry that on your shoulder?
The old Sparklets bottle. Yeah. You remember the old Sparklets guy, right? You know,
and you go to the water store.
We just take it to the store, and they have a filling station there. So we just
and you get it for it's like $1 a gallon, right?
Yeah, $2 for 5 gallons. It's
wow, that's a killer deal. If you don't have good drinking water at home, personally, we have good drinking water here at the house. Yeah, at Smith's side, so I'm just able to fill this guy up out of the fridge. Perfect. Yeah. Done. Anyway, hydrate.
Yeah. So it's good.
Step 6, or tip number 6. This is another big one. You want to make sure you maintain your gear. Now, if you are if you're wearing shoes, you want to make sure you're wearing shoes that don't have holes in them.
Yes.
Right. Or don't have like shabby laces. If you've pulled that bike out of the attic and the rafters and it hasn't been out of the rafters since you put it up there, and
honestly, I've seen my share
too. Oh, they're all out there, right?
They're everywhere. It's
awesome that you guys.
It's
awesome you guys are riding bikes. But here's the thing, just really quick, take it out of the thing, put some air in the rotted out tires. Let's hope they don't blow, and a little 3-in-1 oil on the chain. Just it's what you got.
Or right? WD-40.
WD-40. If you got WD-40, that's fine. Yeah. For you guys, that's fine.
In a pinch.
Just do something just to give it. It's going to give you a better ride, and it's not going to make that squeaky chain noise as you're riding, which nobody likes. It ruins the sound of outside.
Also, people, you may not have known, but bike shops are still considered an essential business. So a lot of them are still open now. Their main stores may not be open on a daily basis. Yeah, but they are open for they'll take appointments for repairs. So
correct,
take advantage of that to get those old bikes fixed, and they will help you out. They're always good people. You know, there's
always good people. All my bike shops around here are the doors are locked, but they're taking appointments. Just got to call. Your bike shops are probably the same way. If you need to you want to start riding your bike, awesome. You want to get a little tune-up action on it first, or you want some new tires put on it, and you just don't want to do it yourself, call your local bike shop. They will do it for you. A tune-up in tires, usually they're going to charge like $100, $120 for that. Big deal. And you get a bike that's like brand new, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big deal.
I think this is our last tip, unless Brian has something after this when we're done. Safety first, or in our particular case, safety 7th.
Yeah, or 7th. Yeah.
Or 7th.
1st or 7th, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Wear a helmet, number 1. Gloves, goggles, face mask, balaclava, leg warmers, hazmat suit, horse head mask.
Whatever you need.
Whatever
T-Rex suit, panda suit, I don't care.
Wear something to protect yourself against whatever's going on outside. Sunscreen. That works too. Yeah. If you're on a bicycle, a lot of local municipalities, again, require that you're wearing a helmet. If you're jogging, well, if you're going to have a Sonny Bono moment and run into a tree, then maybe go ahead and wear a helmet. If you're not, then don't worry about it. Right? Same thing with the glove or the face mask. You wear that if you think you need to. Go nuts. The crazy cycling face masks, ones that look like you're a pirate or the skeleton, those are cool. Yeah. Those are a lot of fun. Do you have one of those? You go full ninja head mask if you want. Why not? Just whatever. Just make sure that you're, being safe.
Hold on.
Let's see what Brian's got.
Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, Brian's got one of these guys.
This is a reveal.
Oh, nice.
So this one actually is has a battery pack in there, and there are LED lights in here. It's strobe. Yeah, we bought it in Vegas. Like, I don't know how long ago that was, but yeah, it's a little too warm to wear right now. But
yeah. They do make those that work well in warm weather. So, but helmet. If you're riding a bike,
that's pounding.
Even if you're just getting a $20 helmet at Target, that's fine. Just put a freaking helmet on your skull. That's all we ask.
Yeah,
simple, piece of cake.
Yeah,
that was number 7. Brian, do we have a number 8?
I don't have a number 8. Just that we obviously want people are distracted if you're riding on the road and you're not riding on the trails. Just remember that there seems to be another higher level of distraction.
Yes.
And the drivers are they're not paying attention, even though there are less cars on the road, which is a great thing. But at the same time, the ones that are on the road aren't probably 150% paying attention. So
exactly. And if you are driving, make sure that you're taking that extra. Now's this perfect time. So many more people are out moving and exercising and whatnot. Even when you're on the road, you're going to see more cyclists in the bike lanes. You're going to see joggers in your bike lanes. You might see walkers on the sidewalk. Mind those people, because it just takes nothing from a trip and fall over, right? Yeah. Just pretend that everybody is going to crash into you and give them all 3 feet. It doesn't matter if they're on the sidewalk. Give them 6 feet. Give them a whole lane if you can.
If you've got a bike lane that's on the road, that's 3 feet to just go to the edge on the right. Just stay as far away from it. Give them as much. I understand that everybody is very aggro about, well, this is my space and you can't have it and all that stuff. But right now we're not living in that time right now.
No, we're not. Just give everybody a break. It's really simple, right? That was I think that was number 1. Mind your man.
Wash your. You know what, people? If you stop to get
your hands,
water,
you filthy
wash your frickin' hands, for crying out loud.
Yeah, if you go out in public. But that's kind of what we think. Regular shows are going to be returning very soon, guys. RideBikesRadio.com. If you're not subscribed, please do in your favorite podcast app. Look for Ride Bikes Radio. Fine production of White Roof Media. Thank you so much for your time today. As always.
Thank you, everybody.
This is DB. I'm done.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. See you later.